Welcome to the Florida Fishing Academy's Mobile Marine Lab. This one-of-a-kind trailer is packed full of interactive marine science displays that we bring from school to school across Palm Beach and Martin counties. Setup of the trailer takes only about an hour before we are ready to teach. Setup includes opening up the trailer and preparing the three main displays: the interactive sandbox, the watershed table, and the touch tank. Our Augmented Sandbox is a fun, hands-on topographic display. We start by building and defining an island. An island is a landmass surrounded completely by water. As we add sand to the island, we start to see the colors begin to change. This shows us that elevation is rising, meaning we can turn an island into a mountain. At a high enough elevation, you see that the top of the mountain will begin to form snow. We can also teach about what an isthmus is and why they are important. Isthmuses are important because they act as a land bridge connecting two land masses, allowing the migration of plants and animals. Because we live in Florida, we always like to teach what a peninsula is. A peninsula is a landmass surrounded by water on three sides. In the center of our state, we can dig a hole and form Lake Okeechobee. We can simulate rain and show how an overflow of water ends up draining nutrient-rich water into canals that lead to bodies of salt water on each side of our state. This can often lead to dangerous algal blooms such as red tide and blue-green algae. Now we have our Watershed Table, which is a model of Palm Beach County, starting at the Atlantic Ocean and extending out to Lake Okeechobee. On the front of the model, you can see into the Biscayne Aquifer, our groundwater system that we have here in South Florida. This system has layers of different materials, but is primarily made up of limestone, which is very porous, meaning it can hold a lot of water. The limestone also acts as a filter, leaving us with naturally clean water that flows out into our freshwater springs and feeds our water supply. Here we are showing the natural flow of water into the aquifer. Following the red dye, we can see how the ocean gently pushes into our aquifer before dissipating. Next, we show how humans affect the flow of our aquifer. In this case, water is being pumped out of our wells, causing negative pressure which pulls in salt water. We can see the red dye flowing into the aquifer. This shows saltwater intrusion. Here you can see how the red dye stays above the groundwater system and fills our waterways. The natural recharging of our aquifer is reliant on the seepage of water into our groundwater system. We are demonstrating how the muck in our canals and waterways stops water from seeping into the aquifer. Our touch tank allows visitors to have a hands-on experience with a variety of local marine animals. Exposure to these unique animals will foster a relationship between our visitors and the ocean, inspiring them to become engaged, informed citizens of South Florida and stewards of our natural world.